Hello everyone, myself Dr. N. Srinivas, Associate Professor in the Department of ECE, Marlakshman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management, Autonomous Institution. Here I am going to discuss some topics in Unit 2, Fourier series and Fourier transforms. This is a Unit 2 syllabus. These syllabus already we discussed in the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the representation of Fourier series and the continuous time periodic signals. So I have already told that there are three types of Fourier series: trigonometric Fourier series, exponential Fourier series, and complex Fourier series. So for a continuous time periodic signals, how can we express a continuous time periodic signal in the form of series? That is called Fourier series. So we have already discussed trigonometric Fourier series in this lecture. Trigonometric Fourier series in the previous lecture, right? So same textbook we are using for this lecture 2 also. Continuous time periodic signals. This is our today's discussion. So in the previous lecture also we have discussed Fourier series for continuous time periodic signals. Okay. So here also we are discussing another type of Fourier series, that is called exponential Fourier series. So continuous time periodic signals. This is our lecture 2. These things we have already discussed in the previous lecture that is a scientist Fourier. He invented this Fourier series and Fourier transforms. And these applications of these transforms and series are heat transfer and vibrations, right? And once again I am telling you that a periodic signal, it consists of infinite number of cycles. Am I right? Infinite number of cycles. One period of cycle, if you take, you can express, for example, a sine 2 pi fct or a cos 2 pi fct. So that is a function for one periodic cycle. But for every cycle, so like that, there are infinite number of cycles are there. So there is a series of cycles. You can say series of cycles. So how to express all the cycles as a function? That is called Fourier series. So we have already discussed trigonometric Fourier series, right? So if you use sinusoidal or cosinusoidal terms, then that is trigonometric. If you use exponential term, these are exponential Fourier series. Now we're discussing a complex exponential Fourier series. A set of harmonically related complex exponential set. This is a set, right? This is a set. We are taking set of harmonically related complex exponential. This is a set pi k of t, where pi k of t is nothing but kth exponential, complex exponential. This is a set. We are having infinite number of exponentials. Now I would like to represent this infinite number of exponential in the series form. That is called exponential series or exponential Fourier series. So pi k of t is equal to, I can rewrite both are same, e power j k omega naught t. This is a set. So what is omega naught t? 2 pi t, j k 2 pi t into t, where k is equal to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 up to n. So n may be infinity. So there are n number of terms are there in the set. In the set there are n number of elements are there. So I am representing this as equation 1. All these signals are periodic. We should not forget the basic point. We are representing Fourier series for periodic signal only. So all these signals are periodic with period t, because here t is there, na? Yes. According to orthogonal signal space approximation of a function x of t with n mutually orthogonal functions is given by. So what I am saying here there are n elements like n vectors, n signals are there, n cycles are there, n number of exponential cycles are there. So all are orthogonal to each other, right? And mutually orthogonal functions, right? Now we can represent x of t is a function is equal to summation k is equal to minus infinity to infinity ak e power jk omega naught t, right? This is the exponential Fourier series form. X of t initially e power jk omega naught t, initially one period, but we have set now, that's why we are taking summation. So in this summation how many terms are there? Infinite number of terms are there. So infinite number of terms can be represented as a series, that is called summation k is equal to minus infinity to infinity ak e power jk omega naught t. Substitute k is equal to minus infinity to infinity. How many terms are there? Infinite terms are there, and each and every term is complex exponentials. Complex exponentials. So this can be given as equation 2, where ak indicates or denotes Fourier coefficient or coefficient of approximation, like trigonometric Fourier series. What are the terms are there? A naught, A1, A2 up to An for the cos functions, B1, B2, Bn up to Bn for the sinusoidal functions. So here also we are having some constant that is called the Fourier coefficient. Now I want to find what is ak, what is omega naught. So if I find ak and omega naught, then after getting I can substitute here, then we'll get x of t. That x of t is indicate that Fourier series, complex Fourier series or exponential Fourier series, right? So shall we find out what is k? Ak? Yes. This signal x of t is also periodic signal. This is a basic condition I have already told, with period t. Equation 2 represents Fourier series representation of periodic signal x of t. The term ak for k is equal to 0, substitute here. K is equal to 0, substitute here. What you will get, ma? E power 0, 1, a0. So summation, there is no summation. X of t is nothing but simply a naught. Simply a naught. That is the first coefficient, a naught. Next, the term k is equal to plus or minus 1. If you substitute k is equal to plus or minus 1, having fundamental frequency omega naught, is called as first harmonics. So go back. See here, k is equal to plus or minus 1. Substitute here. So what you will get? A1 e power j omega naught t, a minus 1 e power j minus j omega naught t. So this is nothing but first harmonics, right? Fine. Now if you substitute k is equal to plus or minus 2. So now fundamental frequency is 2 omega naught. K is increasing na? 2 omega naught is called as second harmonics, and so on. In general, the term k is equal to plus or minus n, having fundamental frequency n into omega naught. This is nth harmonics, right? Now how to derive Fourier coefficient, that is ak. I want to find ak, right? So that is our aim. So what for that, what we will do? Multiply e power minus j n omega naught t on both sides. Like in trigonometric Fourier series, how to find a k or a n b n? So we are multiplying cos term na in trigonometric series. So here I want to find a k, then you have to multiply e power j n omega naught t on both sides. Then what is the next step? You can guess. We have to integrate after multiplication. Let me see. So first here x of t is multiplied with e power minus j and omega naught t on both sides. Fine. Consider integral on both sides. Yes, we have taken integral on both sides. And what is the time interval? 0 to t. 0 to t. Fine. Next step is, so ak into, this is exponential, this is exponential. I can write like this, k minus 1 into omega naught t. That is the next step. After that, ak is constant, so it is coming. Summation is also constant, so these two are coming here. So only integration is inside. So e power jk minus 1 into omega naught into 2. This is equation number 3. And you apply Euler's formula. What is the Euler's formula, ma? E power some jx is equal to, what is that? Cos x plus j into sin x, like that. Okay. So here also e power some x term is there. So I can write cos k minus n omega naught t dt, integral is there, right? And j into, because here also j, so g integral over 0 to t sine this one. Fine. Next I can rewrite this expression. Integral over 0 to t e power j k minus n into omega naught t dt is equal to, yes, this point. This equation is this equation, right? RHS. Now I can write k is equal to n. When k is equal to n, then what happens? This t, because this is cos term, right? So when k is equal to n, you will get t. When k not equal to n, this becomes 0. This is a cos term, you just integrate it. You will get it. Cos means sine. Integral of cos is sine. So you apply limits, then you will get 0. Right? Next, hence in above equation 3, the integral is 0 for all values of k except k is equal to n. Am I right? If you go back, so this integral value is equal to 0 when k not equal to n, right? So the above equation, the integral is 0 for all values of k except at k is equal to n. So put k is equal to n in equation 3. That is equal to x of t e power minus j n omega naught t dt is equal to a n into t. So a n is equal to, I can write 1 by t integral 0 to t e power j minus n t. Now substitute this a n or replace n by k. We can replace it, no problem. So replace, then you will write what is ak here? This is ak. So this is a complex Fourier series. So where ak is equal to this. Thank you all. So here The example for exponential Fourier series will be discussed in the upcoming lectures, examples. So thank you very much for your listening. Thank you all. If you have any queries, please contact me. This is my mail ID. Right? Thank you.